Let's go back to what you talked about in the beginning about culture and how that kind of, we've definitely ruffled some feathers and challenged the status quo with everything that we've done in energy. Do you think, like, since you've gone from being, 100% oil and gas and now working in a big technology company, like you said, surrounded by the hipsters in San Francisco and stuff, what are like some of the benefits of that? Maybe are there any drawbacks of that? And then could that same kind of culture be applied to oil and gas?
Yeah, like little stuff. Like people
years?
like think it's crazy when I show up to our events wearing jeans and a t-shirt. And I'm like, I dressed up for this. I feel like I didn't show up in shorts and a t-shirt.
I don't know. You guys tell me. I mean, culture is so cool, and that's a big part of it for me. And I think Salesforce is really cool because I didn't even get to our philanthropy model where we give back and there's a real compassion. We talk about stakeholder capitalism versus shareholder capitalism, which is you can do well, but you also have to do good for your community, which is your customers, your partners, the community you're in. And we really walk the walk. I don't know it's a tough shift in oil and gas, but it's funny. You go to our office and people are wearing jeans and t-shirts, people are playing ping pong. There's a ping pong area. There's a coffee shop in there, and you go on the third floor. And I go in there, and first day, I want this, and I go in there. Where do I pay? Like, what are you talking about, idiot? You don't pay. This is Salesforce. This is part of the perk.
So you have free coffee.
Yeah, okay. You don't have free coffee. You have a barista that's making you whatever you want, and then you go and there's puddings, hummus, any kind of drink you wanted. It's all in there. If you worked in the San Francisco office, well, now you can't go in, but before COVID, you probably would never have to do breakfast or lunch because there's always stocked with food. And it's just kind of a vibrant culture, and I think it's a flattened culture. So it's not the, command and control you see in a lot of old school cultures where you got your hierarchies. It's really flattened, and people, I think it's the millennial thing too. They don't want to have to pay their dues. And I think we embrace that. And sometimes it frustrates me because I'm not really a millennial. I'm a little bit on the edge of that. So like, you got to pay your dues. Before you
I put in my time.
Yeah, I put in my time. You got to shut up and listen. But then they say something like, well, that's a better idea than I had. I guess I got to eat a little crow and listen to you. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that's tough? That's a tough sell.
Well,
it's been net positive for us. So.
Yeah. It's been a timing thing for digital wildcatters in terms of people are tired of energy industry being stale and boring and stuffy. And it's like, I even talk to executives at investment banks. They're like, yeah, even investment banking, like we have our people showing up, downtown office, suits and ties. Like we want to be a culture where people can show up in jeans and t-shirt and enjoy their job and have fun. Right. And, even at our live events, people think it's such a small nuance where it's like, oh, we don't want a bunch of, people wearing suits, but that makes the environment, that gives the vibe, the tech forward thinking, just like what Salesforce has. That's what we've tried to create in oil and gas. And I think that we've been pretty successful at that. And we have a lot of people that want that. And, it's funny. A lot of people don't know, but I wanted out of the oil and gas industry in 2016 for these very reasons. I was like, man, tech looks fun. Looks interesting. The culture, the people, everything looks great about it. Why would you want to work in oil and gas? One, when it's so cyclical and then it's hard to make a career out of it. And then two, on top of that, it's just stale and boring. I'm like, look, if you want to attract the best talent into oil and gas, which you hear every major company get up on panels and bitch about, oh, we can't attract the best, youngest talent. Well, you got to make it a place that they want to work, right? It's got to be fun. Can't be dark and gloomy and boring.
Right.
Like, look at Salesforce and what they've built, and you hear every person that's worked for Salesforce, has been a partner with Salesforce, has nothing but good things to say about them. So I think that the oil and gas industry really needs to take a look at the culture that you guys have created and emulate that to some degree.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I love what you guys are doing. So I'm ready for the next event. When's the next one going to be?
Man, you know what?
We're throwing on the idea of a Halloween party.
You think people are ready?
I think people are. We took a poll, like 64% said they were okay with it. That's good enough for me. Those are great odds.
Make sure you invite me. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I had a major partner of ours reach out and like, we're ready to do live events. Right. So we'll see what happens, man.
But I agree with everything you said. And that's why I'm really excited to kind of connect with you guys. Yeah. Because I think we're like-minded. And I think, like for me, it's the kind of maybe the 30-year-old guy or girl who's like understands technology and is like, there's got to be a better way to do this. I want to be excited about this. And traditional oil and gas IT has been kind of a tough grind for a lot of people.
Yeah.